Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Current Affairs Audiobooks. This channel has been created to provide updated info about various current affairs issues.
Hello friends, today we will be having a look at the Bharat NCAP program which has been planned to be effective from April 2023. Recently the Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways approved a draft GSR notification seeking comments on a proposal to introduce the Bharat New Car Assessment Program. Let us have a look at the requirement. There are various factors which have contributed to the Bharat New Car Assessment Program to be conceived. The poor performance of Indian vehicles at NCAPs. Even though the existing regulations adhere to UN regulations for collision testing, its absence in domestic testing norms and inadequate side protection in vehicles such as airbags have been often cited as reasons for poor performance of Indian vehicles at NCAPs. Fatalities. Despite being home to only 1% of the world's vehicle, India shoulders 11% of the global road crash fatality burden. India's central motor vehicle rules mandate a safety and performance assessment. However, this does not involve a crash test rating. Owing to the price-sensitive Indian market, many international automakers have been found to sell products in India which score much lower on safety and structural performance parameters. Let us have a look at what is an NCAP. NCAPs or New Car Assessment Programs provide globally reliable information about the crash safety of a vehicle based on certain common criteria and procedures which help vehicles acquire a foothold in international markets. Different countries have different standards. NCAPs are separate from country-specific motor vehicle standards in the sense that the country standards restrict themselves to assessing the vehicle's roadworthiness and not necessarily how it would ensure safety in a collision. Geographical distinctness. A vehicle's rating varies in different regions owing to potentially separate manufacturing origins and quality. However, a zero rating in an NCAP cannot prevent a car from being sold in any geography. Consumer's choice. The nature of the domestic markets also matters apart from ratings, as consumers may prefer a car with reduced safety specifications owing to affordability. What is the global and regional NCAP? The global NCAP is a standardized platform establishing cooperation and coordination amongst new car assessment programs internationally, whereas regional NCAPs take into account specific local conditions. The Bharat NCAP is a new car safety assessment program which proposes a mechanism of awarding star ratings to automobiles based on their performance in crash tests. The proposed assessment will allocate star ratings from 1 to 5. The Bharat NCAP standard is aligned with global benchmarks and it is beyond minimum regulatory requirements. The Bharat NCAP will be implemented from 1st April 2023. It will be applicable on type approved motor vehicles of category M1 with gross vehicle weight less than 3.5 tons manufactured or imported in the country. M1 category motor vehicles are used for the carriage of passengers, and Bharat NCAP would be applicable to all motor vehicles which are 9-seater and less. The testing of vehicles for this program will be carried out at testing agencies with the necessary infrastructure. Let us have a look at the vehicle evaluation under the Bharat NCAP program. The parameters. The voluntary Bharat NCAP would assign vehicles between 1 to 5 stars on parameters such as adult occupant protection, child occupant protection, and safety assist technologies. It would study frontal impact, side impact, and the possibility of a door opening after a crash, whether the airbags protect the occupant's head that moves forward reflexively in the aftermath of a collision would be evaluated. There must not be any rib compression or injury to the knee joint. Additionally, full or partial ejection of an occupant because of a door opening is negatively marked. For assessing child protection, the NCAP would evaluate the impact to a child restraint system and airbag safety. The child must not be ejected from the CRS and his or her head must be contained within the shell of the CRS, preventing any outside blow following a crash. Cars must have manual switches to disable airbags which should not be within the reach of children. Car restraint systems are portable seats designed to protect children during vehicle collisions. The mechanism for testing will be with cars crashed into an aluminum deformable barrier impersonating an opposing force of the same magnitude of a crash-like situation with a 40% overlap. The potential impact is studied with the help of dummies of pre-specified measurements placed inside the vehicle. Also, Bharat NCAP would conduct its frontal offset crash testing at 64 km per hour instead of the prevailing 56 km per hour norm. Offset collisions are those where one side of a vehicle's front and not the full width hits the barrier. Vehicles that can accommodate a broad variety of child seats available in the domestic markets would also be rewarded. Higher ratings would be accorded to vehicles with a permanent warning label on frontal airbags. Let us have a look at the significance. The new regulations introduces the concept of safety rating of passenger cars and empowers consumers to take informed decisions. It will promote export worthiness of the cars produced by original equipment manufacturers in the country and increase the domestic consumers' confidence in these vehicles. Additionally, the program will encourage manufacturers to provide advanced safety technologies to earn higher ratings. It will serve as a consumer-centric platform while promoting a healthy competition amongst OEMs in India to manufacture safer vehicles. The Bharat NCAP program will prove to be a critical instrument in making our automobile industry Atmanirbhar with the mission of making India the top automobile hub in the world. The Bharat NCAP will encourage manufacturers to participate voluntarily in the safety testing assessment program and incorporate higher safety levels in new car models. Let us have a look at the challenges. The testing infrastructure for such large-scale testing will require higher investment. To implement it successfully and in an expedited manner, budgetary support will be required. For the project to be really effective by way of provision of automobiles with safety features for the consumers, it should be a mandatory requirement for all vehicles to undergo the BNCAP rather than being voluntary. Lower allocation to the transport infrastructure has been a plague for many cities. Major cities in India have dedicated hardly 6 to 10% of their funding for the construction of transport infrastructure, which has led to inadequate transport infrastructure in the cities with reference to the population and its requirements. What is the way ahead? The testing protocol of Bharat NCAP shall be aligned with the global crash test protocols, factoring in the existing Indian regulations allowing OEMs to get their vehicles tested at India's own in-house testing facilities. The proposed move follows India's focus on zero tolerance for road accidents. India is striving to reduce road accidents by 50% by the year 2025. The Bharat NCAP rating criteria would emerge as a turning point in the domestic automotive sector in terms of product, technology and safety, since it would provide a platform that would test vehicle safety as per Indian conditions. Bharat NCAP will prove to be a critical instrument in making our automobile industry #1 automobile hub in the world. With this, we have come to the end of our discussion on the Bharat NCAP program.
Please do let me know if you would like to know more about current affairs topics in the comment section. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. All the best. Jai Hind.